It seems alive. Okay, the outline is done. Let's go to the inside. Golden Mark says hi. Hello, Golden Mark. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well on this morning. And well, hello to everyone who is just joining in now. Hope you're all doing well. Yo, what's up? Not much. Currently just doing the final touches to my PS4 Halloween costume. Because I did start painting this maybe a month or two ago. But I never got around to finishing it because I didn't get the white puffing file I needed until just recently. Duncan Jace, I seen Joker as in the film. I have too, but not the sequel. I'm from a different country. Oh, nice. Will that mean a different time zone as well? Because over here it's still pretty early in the morning. Also, if any of my subscribers are here and you notice something different with the lenses, I finally added gloss strips to the inside, so now that they're able to be reflective, they look much better. I'm in Philippines. I see. I'll show you guys the progress I'm making on the right hand as soon as I finish with this spot. I'm not really one to stream early in the morning, so today I want to make an exception. Oh, somebody left a message. I see you're a big fan like Spider-Man, like I am. Everybody makes fun of me liking Spider-Man, so it makes me smile seeing someone who likes Spider-Man. Don't let anyone make fun of you for liking a character like him. If you like the character, you do you. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Just be yourself. Spider-Man in real life? Well, not exactly. I just like wearing this mask on stream because I'm more comfortable that way. But it has been a while since I've done one of these YouTube Shorts live streams. Lately I've been more so broadcasting on my console. Okay, I will. Nice. See, I would have used my TASM 2 mask, but I did have to wash it because I checked the inside and it was pretty dirty, which isn't too surprising because I haven't washed it in like, pretty sure it's been nearly 9 months now. So of course it will get pretty dirty. I did leave it to hang dry right now, so it will take a few hours. What suit do you like best? In terms of live action, that sometimes gets a bit complicated. Because for me, here are the runner ups for best live action suits: the Brand New Day suit, TASM 2, or Spider Man 2 from 2004. Those are the three runner ups for my favorite live action Spidey suits. I currently can't pick a number one because they're all just really cool. Golden Mark says, yo. Yo, what up? Hope I didn't miss any of your messages. But in terms of comics, you can't beat the classics, so I'm just gonna stick with that. Now, so my favorite animated Spidey suit, that one I'd say would be the one from the MTV series that aired in 2003. I really like the style. Not to mention the silver webs with the bigger lenses does look pretty cool. Now, this will be a shorter stream today because I am running a bit empty on phone battery, but I wanted to show you guys at least a little bit of what I've been up to. I like the white and black Iron Spider suit. Oh, I didn't even know there was a white and black Iron Spider suit. Well, the more you know. Now, I can show you guys what I'm currently doing. Just hold on. So, in the game, these parts are raised. Pretty sure they might be made out of like carbon fiber, but I could be wrong. I have to go back to the behind the scenes video. But to make them raised, I'm using white puff paint. And I know it looks very bumpy right now. Jordan says, Spider-Man? Yep. How you doing, bud? I hope you're doing well. So to smooth out those bumps, I'm using the spatula my mom got me a few years ago, and it's been really useful. Granted, it won't be perfectly smooth, but it will be much better. Yeah, on Spider-Man 2, there's a black and white Iron Spider suit. It's really confusing though, because you have to get the Venom suit, and I can't remember the white name. We have to get that one as well. I see. Just put you guys right there, and we're good to go. How am I doing on phone battery anyway? Oh, 36. Not the most ideal, but it'll do for now. Now to smooth out these bumps. I do have to be careful to smooth it out superficially and not press on it, because otherwise the original fabric is going to pull through. So I have to very lightly smooth out the roughness. That's not my cleanest job, but oh well. I was never intending to get this to be a professional suit, just upgraded from when I first got it, which was all the way back in 2018. In fact, it might have been early October. I can't remember. Do you know when Stark Industries, like those glass containers with his suits in them, I have a miniature version of those Spider-Man minifigures? That sounds pretty cool. What minifigures do you have so far? It's like of which characters? I have around 45 to 35. Wow, I have a pretty good collection. Congrats. Alright, so I just finished that side, so for the ending part of the stream, I'm just going to do this side and then call it off, because otherwise I may be looking at a phone percentage of pretty much 0. But how am I doing right now? Huh, 35. At least the YouTube Shorts stream isn't eating away at the battery faster. Well, so if you notice I sometimes take a bit to respond to you guys, is because tracing the outlines and smoothing out the bumps does take a bit, but I will get to you guys as soon as I can. How much minifigures do you have? That's a good question. I'm not really one to collect minifigures or figures in general anymore. But in terms of overall collection of just figures in general, I kind of stopped keeping the count. Whoops. It's not too bad. I can probably fix it later. Now this part I have to be super careful with, because last thing I want is for the wet side to accidentally smear all over the table. Yeah, it gets boring after you get loads of them. Not to mention it does consume a lot of money and space, so eventually one just has to stop. It's what I did. Besides, it wasn't nearly as fun collecting figures anymore, so I decided to just quit it altogether. What if any of my channel moderators will show up? That would be pretty cool. Well, I have to go to school now. Going to subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by, and well, take care. For raised parts like these, bye. Bye-bye. As I was saying, for raised parts like these, the white sections on the suit, they're raised, so they do require a pretty thick layer of paint, so you can get them to actually stick out. This one bottle should be enough to finish off the white on the suit, because I'm just missing the opposite arm, doing the exact same details, and then that's it. This is more or less 95% done. I would like to get it finished by tomorrow, but we'll see. Also, I do roll up my sleeves in case I smear paint, because it's easier to move it from my arm than from my actual clothes. Removing paints from clothes isn't the most fun to deal with. Also, sometimes I do have to do this to the bottle so that the paint can actually go down. Before I smooth out the other side, let me just show you guys what it looks like when you smooth it out with a spatula or anything useful around you versus when you don't. Oh no, it's Black Mask Spider-Man. Around Black Spider-Man. Don't relax. Don't worry. I don't bite. Now it's time to smooth out the edges. I don't have particularly the most steady hand, but it gets the job done fairly well for this. Alright, so it's not my smoothest job, but it's at least less bumpy than before. Here, I'll show you guys, because I will be wrapping up the stream soon. Whoops. There we go. Now the white gauntlets on the right arm, I believe, are fully finished. Now I just have to actually leave this to dry, which does take at least the entire morning and the afternoon. This is why it's recommended you dry your suits in a well-ventilated area. This is the fan I sometimes use when the big is out of reach. Keep it at maximum and in place. Now, before I do wrap up stream, I do want to show you guys the TASM 2 mask in question. So since it was pretty dirty, I did have to wash it. So this is what it's looking like. It's pretty wet. And you'll notice that the white mesh here is pretty wrinkled. So I did get some new one ordered online a few days ago. I'm just waiting to receive it so I can replace the original mesh with the new one. And then add some gloss strips so that these can actually be shiny. Since the left one was tearing off fairly easily, I just removed it entirely. So now when I put this on, it does look like a battle damaged mask, which is pretty cool. I would like to take a few photos of it like that before I eventually replace both lenses. So, yeah, there's the mask. I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes before I close off the stream in case you want to talk or have any final questions you'd like to ask. So 3 minutes start now. Alright, so I'm looking at like 31% battery. I will definitely have to charge it as soon as the stream finishes. Hang on, I want to make sure I don't miss any of your guys' messages. I'll put the all messages filter. Alright, there we go. Just gotta wash my hands real quick. They're pretty dirty. Just the fucking. Good thing it's easier to move with soap and water when you get them on your fingers. Be right back. Alright. You guys got 2 minutes, so if you got something to like to talk about briefly, we can still do that. Before I close off the stream, maybe I can show you some progress of what the suit looks like with painted emblems. But I gotta be super careful not to screw it up. Because I'm not in a position where I want to helping something I already did before, just because I wasn't careful. Nice. Now, since it is fully puff painted, it does like to stick to itself pretty often, but I like to deal with it. Here's the front emblem, all puff painted. Seam lines included, as well as the webbing. So now, for our Halloween suits, definitely looking better. Alright, final 10 seconds. And that'll be a wrap for today's stream. Thank you everyone for stopping by, and take care. See you.